everybody. So I'm feeling inspired to share today. It is now Sunday, what we would call Father's Day here in the Western world. And I've spent this whole weekend giving myself time to be in my mind and marinate the experiences that have been had lately. And what I'm getting to realize is that I have wholly accepted truth for myself. And it seems that experiences are presenting themselves to have other beautiful souls come into my life who I've known for a while now, or maybe they're new ones. It goes both ways. And it's presenting us with an opportunity to come together. To come together to either join and co-create, or to come together and to have a lesson of growth and further advancement towards awakening. And the reasons that I say that I know in certainty that I have received truth for myself is because as these experiences happen, I don't waver in the feelings that I have within me. I don't waver from this place of feeling completely and entirely at peace. I don't waver from this place of knowing the distinction between illusions and reality. I don't move from this place of knowing my purpose with each and every single person that I'm with. Right? And so I know my purpose to have an experience with each other that we share one mind. And now communication is natural when we're in our one mind. So when I come together with my brothers and sisters who are open to co-creation and healing our minds and changing the world, we literally communicate truth back and forth through the one mind we share with constant revelations and miracles and experiences and transformations together. It just happens with bouts of laughter and joy and excitement and just true joining on ways to bring forward truth here in this world, to bring forward this new world through us. And so I know what it's like to be able to have the experiences of where the Holy Spirit in my mind and the Holy Spirit in your mind, which is the one mind we share, communicates thoroughly with one another. Where there's no break in communication because we've accepted it for ourselves, and therefore it's completely and wholly divine and amazing. But then I also have experiences with my brothers and sisters, and it's predominantly those who call themselves, a spiritual teacher or a healer or a life coach or any label that one may have to put upon themselves in this world. I used to be one of them, right? I had my practice sleep life coaching and the miracles of mind. But it seems to be that these people, have grown up reading the books, grown up, taking the courses, getting the experience with being a teacher, a healer, a leader, a guru of some kind. And when this happens, those who are sleeping in the darkness want to find the light. And so they'll turn outside of themselves, and then they look to these teachers, leaders, spiritual healers, gurus, whatever, for the answers. And that's wonderful, that's great, that's what we want to do, is we want to learn from others, but we also want to learn and teach as we receive and as we learn. So it's both, it's the giving and receiving, it's the teaching and the learning, and knowing that we are experiencing both. That we never know more than somebody else, that we're never greater than somebody else, that we don't have the answers and the means and the way to heal somebody else, right? But the Holy Spirit in our mind does. And the Holy Spirit's message is the same in each and every one of us. That's why communication can be so easily when you let yourself speak through the mind of love instead of the mind of fear. But it also gets blocked when we have our own ideas of what truth is, when we have our own ideas of what ego and God is, when we have our own ideas of what we are and what our purpose is here. So when we haven't fully accepted atonement for ourselves, we haven't fully accepted, forgiveness for ourselves and see through the eyes of a forgiven mind, then we're caught up in the illusions of this world, believing that this world and this body is reality and that this is really who we are. And so when I'm connecting and meeting with these beautiful souls, when we say we're here to awaken, we say we're here to change the world, what tends to happen when we start to share about the golden rule, for instance, give as you would receive, right? If we begin to talk about, God being whole and not split, and therefore this ego mind is not our reality, it's not our friend, it's not who we are, that is the illusion we're here to undo, that scares the ego. It scares the ego because ego's hearing another voice that it knows that it cannot, listen to, and so it's frightened because now it has the possibility of it being completely undone and vanished. Because the moment that we look at ego in the face, the moment that we look at these thoughts, these programs that we have been running for years, the unconscious cycle, once we look at it, it dissolves. Because we are the light. The light is us. So when we look upon it with light, the darkness fades away. Right? And so when I come into people's presence and I hold this space of being wholly truthful and not compromising and seeing only the divinity in each of us, which means our highest thoughts that we can have about ourselves. If my brothers and sisters are coming to me and they're thinking of themselves from the mind frame of being limited, of not yet being whole, of needing to be fixed, of needing to call upon the light, of needing to do any of this, then they're still insinuating that they're not what it is that they're seeking already. And when you're coming from a place of still seeking to find the answers to yourself, well, then you're not yet healed wholly yourself, and that's perfectly okay. But we need to admit that, right? Because otherwise we're an unhealed healer and we're not helpful at all, because it's our ego trying to do the work from what it has learned in books and school instead of letting the Holy Spirit do the work, which is from the space of openness and truth and perfection and unity and a power that is not of this world, right? So either we try and have what we learned in this world and help others, which is helping illusion with illusion, that's impossible. Or we step out of our own way and learn as the Holy Spirit teaches us to help others help themselves. Right? That's the only reason why we're here, to help others help themselves. And as we help others to help themselves, to connect them with their own internal teacher, we're doing the same thing for ours. So our only focus is to extend love, is to extend giving, right? And giving is the thought of unity. Giving is the thought of Christ, and seeing each other as Christ, and nothing other than that. Right? Because if we see each other as a body that needs to be fixed, if we see each other as a body that needs to be vegan and do all these things, we're not perceiving ourselves truly. I mean, if that's a choice that we make and it fills us with joy and fulfillment and ease and it's something that we can help others with for the purpose of global advancement, sure, enjoy it, right? But it's also asking, is this my individual want and goal, or is this God's want for me? Right? And we're learning to surrender everything that is of the self for our one united will that we share with God and all of our brothers and sisters. And this united will is the forgiven world. It is the forgiven perception, which is the new earth that we're all talking about, right? So we can't bring forward the new earth unless we receive it for ourselves. So it's pointless to just go out there and do our guru status thing and think that we know and think that we're helping people and all of this stuff, when really we're coming from a limited confines. We're coming from the limited mind, right? And we're here to embrace the infinite, right? So, when I have people come into my experience, I will let them see the infinite light in me and that I've accepted nothing other than that, so that they too can do the same. And then together, when we're in our one mind, we share, we walk forward courageously in the direction of our universal dreams for what's most helpful for self and everybody, right? It's not just self, period. It's self and everybody. So we're not here just to think about the individual needs, the individual wants, the individual desires, even though when we're working for God, we get all that anyway, right? But, we're leaving it up and trusting that it will be given us, because it always is, and will continually be shown that. So yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to say. We're here to exchange our separate will for our united will. We're here to exchange our thoughts of our individual thoughts, any thoughts that are going in our head, for our divine thoughts with God. We are here to let go of ego and accept the voice for God. We are here to remember that we are not a body, but that we are a whole, healed, and perfect spirit, and we reside in eternity, not in time and space. And it literally is choosing love over fear, and we can bring forward heaven to earth here. It's literally that simple. And so each and every one of us have that choice now, today, now in every single moment of the day. It's not just, oh, I chose that last week, and oh, I haven't heard anything, received anything, da-da-da-da-da, there goes the voice of doubt. Surrender anything that is making you feel that you're not whole and perfect already, and let yourself turn inward to look to that light and look for that light, and be present with that light and that power and that peace that is already within your being, and that light that you know is there and you look to and turn to feel and to know. It will shine through your entire mind, your entire heart, your entire being, and envelope this entire world. I know this from experience, people. And all I want is for all of us to experience this together, and stable and pure and joyful peace is here in all of us to turn within and to receive. So let's receive it today for ourselves, so we can give it away, so we can truly, 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 truly give the gifts of God, and know that we have everything we could have ever wanted or asked for already, and we will be shown that in that instant of acceptance. Okay. I love all of you. Thank you for letting me express there. Have a wonderful day.